Free-to-play mobile games have a bad reputation thanks to aggressive monetization techniques, but there are still worthwhile titles hidden away. We dug through the Play Store to find the best free-to-play games that won't waste your time. Free-to-play mobile card games are a dime a dozen on the Play Store, but few stand out like Marvel Snap. Microtransactions here get you access to cosmetics. It's not a pay-to-win game. While it takes time to unlock all the cards, you don't need to worry about battling someone who's paid for the best deck around. Vampire Survivors on Android is the same game you'll find on PC and consoles, but you won't spend a penny. For those unfamiliar with the game, Vampire Survivors is an addicting bullet hell shooter where you'll survive waves of bizarre creatures while exploring and unlocking various weapons. There's a lot to love about this game, and the fact that it's free is the cherry on top. You'll experience ads in-game, but these are few and far between. You can also purchase DLC to expand your Vampire Survivors experience. Cynix Studios created a 2D version of Rocket League for mobile. Even though this sounds limiting, the game is pretty great. It offers similar Twitch controls to the original, but now you're playing on a 2D plane where the goals are on either side of the screen. Controllers are supported out of the box, and the touch controls are serviceable for quick matches. PvP is the name of the game, and you can play 1 vs 1 or 2 vs 2 in a few modes. Best of all, the game is free. It isn't monetized, making it a perfect example of F2P done right. Plus, seeing that Cynix has also fairly monetized the original PC and console game, it's possible that when Rocket League Sideswipe is monetized, it will sell cosmetics just like the OG. So as it stands, Rocket League Sideswipe is one of the better competitive games on Android, and it's a fantastic F2P release that won't break the bank. The Gamma Company is known for its quirky games like Flower and Journey. It also offers a free-to-play title on mobile similar to Journey, seeing there's a heavy reliance on cooperation in Sky. Children of the Light. This is a multiplayer game, but there's no way to communicate beyond simple images. So, this is a game that children and adults can easily enjoy. What's cool is you can team up with friends to explore the dreamlike world, which is where this title shines. Though they can be demanding, the graphics are detailed. It's an open-world game, similar to an MMO, with events and an evolving story. Best of all, there's no need to sink money into this title. You can enjoy the entire game for free, even if you want to jump into multiplayer. It's a game that offers a chill journey that's backed by pretty graphics and a mysterious story. It's easily worth checking out if you're into similar games. The Impossible Game 2 is an excellent representation of what a free-to-play game should be. Anyone can play the entire game for free. However, optional cosmetics are available for purchase, which is how you'll show off in the online Battle Royale mode. You can face off against 60 opponents to see who comes out on top. The gameplay in this sequel remains the same as the OG. Navigate a box through obstacle-filled levels. This may sound simple, but the game is incredibly challenging, and that's where the fun is to be had. Conquer the game stages, and once you've trained your skills, you can face off against the world in the online Battle Royale mode. My Friend Pedro. Ripe for Revenge is a perfect example of free-to-play done right. This offshoot game plays similarly to the core title, but with less demanding and cuter graphics. Touch controls are the only input, and since they revolve around slingshot mechanics, all you need is one finger to play. Somehow the enthralling slow-mo skill shots of the original game feel just as good to pull off in the mobile release. Best of all, the entire game can be played for free, but you can't save unless you pay $3 to unlock the save feature. You can sit down to beat the full game in one go. If you're unsure your money is worth the purchase, take an extended look. My Friend Pedro. Ripe for Revenge is a challenging game that requires skill to play, so you won't breeze through this one. Still, you can play as much or as little as you like without going out of pocket. If you enjoy action RPGs in the same style as the Diablo series, check out Anime RPG. This is a dark and gritty hack-and-slash title, and it's monetized well, leaving in-app purchases for cosmetics that don't affect gameplay. This means the game isn't pay to win, unlike much of its competition on the Play Store. It also doesn't hurt that the title gives a distinct Diablo 2 feel with responsive controls, quality graphics, and phenomenal music. The easiest way to describe Brawlhalla is to call it a Smash Bros. Clone. But that oversimplified label may anger Smash and Brawlhalla fans alike. At its core, this is a free-to-play platformer brawler. The title contains a cash shop for cosmetics and an optional Battle Pass subscription that nets you extra rewards over free players. The game is best played with an external controller, though touchscreen controls are available and can be adjusted in the title settings. All in all, the Android port of Brawlhalla holds its own. And thanks to cross-play support, you can play against your friends no matter their platform of choice. Another Eden is a mobile JRPG that offers a sane gacha experience, unlike much of its competition. You can expect a lengthy single-player campaign designed by many of the people behind the Chrono Trigger series, so you know the story will be good. If you're looking for a collection-based RPG that won't break the bank even though it's free to play, Another Eden is the best choice, and the fantastic story is the cherry on top. Call of Duty Mobile is about as good as it gets for first-person shooters on mobile. The game contains many of everyone's favorite COD levels, and the gunplay feels great, whether you play with touchscreen controls or a physical controller. Since this is a F2P release, you can expect iffy monetization and an optional monthly subscription plan that can net significant rewards. While Among Us was released without fanfare in 2018, it wasn't until 2020 that the game blew up. Thanks to a flurry of streamers promoting it, people realized this is an enjoyable party game. It's best played with multiple friends, supporting 5 to 10 players at a time for each match. If you enjoy co-op party games and have a group of like-minded friends, Among Us offers tons of fun for no money. Those IPs are just for skins, hats, and pets. Kawaii games have gained popularity over the years, to the point that it's almost its own genre, and Cats in Soup is easily one of the better titles. This is an idle game but a relaxed one, with tons of humorous cats to collect, each offering unique personalities. You can dress these cats in various outfits. The draw here is how cute everything is, and playing dress up is a big part of that. This game is for those who want to relax after a stressful day. The music is on point, the graphics are extremely fitting, and the idle gameplay loop is enthralling enough to keep you playing to see what the next cat offers. Plague Incorporated is themed around a worldwide disease outbreak. Despite the on-the-nose theme, Plague Incorporated is a quality virus simulation game where infecting the entire world is the goal. It can be challenging to wipe out the human race, which makes this game enjoyable. Plague Incorporated is the best choice on the Play Store if you're eager to simulate what a deadly virus can do to an imaginary world, and maybe take your mind off of the realverse. Mechorama draws inspiration from similar isometric puzzle-based platformers, such as Monument Valley. However, this game offers more content. There are more than 50 levels to explore. Even though this can be a relaxing game, some puzzles are surprisingly challenging, ultimately making for a game that can be enjoyed by newbies and diehards alike. Best of all, the entire game can be experienced for free, though fans can make donations to the developer through the title's in-app purchases. Skateboarding games are few and far between on mobile, especially quality titles. This is why the port for the Ramp is special. This fantastic casual skateboard game is about creating long-lasting lines. Plus, it looks great in action. Controllers are supported out of the box, and since pulling off perfect transitions can be tricky with the touch controls, use a controller to play. The game launched on the Play Store with a $2 IAP in tow, but the publisher removed it, which means this free-to-play game is free. The Ramp is about having fun while learning the controls with no distractions. So if you have a controller handy, give the Ramp a try, especially if you're a fan of skateboarding games. If you're in the market for a fresh collectible card game or adore Yu-Gi-Oh! Getting started with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel should appeal to you. This is the first time the full rule set of the physical card game has been implemented in a digital offering parity for collectors and players. It also has a story mode if you prefer solo play, instead of immediately dropping into competitive play. The in-game currency is provided with generosity to start, though the typical grind awaits you if you make it further. In-app purchases are available, and you can buy card packs, which means the game is, by definition, pay to win. But unless you're trying to make your way up the leaderboard, playing online with friends and family is still a hoot. Datish is a free-to-play platformer, though it only contains a single in-app purchase to remove the game's advertisements, which is about as good as it gets when it comes to F2P titles. That means you can reach the end of this release without spending a dime, which is probably why the 2D platformer has racked up so many positive reviews. It also doesn't hurt that the game is balanced well, offering challenging gameplay, but never being too-toe. While there are only 40 levels to play, the title's collectible stars guarantee a healthy dose of replayability and an added test for perfectionists. The creators of Clash of Clans and Clash Royale released Brawl Stars on the Play Store in 2018. So far, it's been a resounding success. At its core, it's a multiplayer game that combines several genres into one arena-based brawler. There are more than a few modes to choose from, though most are played as 3v3 matches. If you'd like to participate without a team, you can do so, but only in the Battle Royale mode. The title's monetization isn't the best. Still, there's fun to be had as a free player. Old School RuneScape is a classic MMORPG that offers a boatload of free content, though it is slightly limited. Still, it provides an excellent trial opportunity to jump into the MMO before deciding if the optional monthly subscription is worth your money. The title offers cross-platform support, and it's a skill-based game that requires input from the player. There's no autoplay here. This means players must manually grind to level the title's 23 skills, which is the real draw of this release. Grinding the day away through manual input, Soul Knight is a bullet hell shooter with a slick fantasy theme. You can play as a knight, rogue, wizard, or thief in a top-down view, while killing everything that moves. Tons of weapons and upgrades are scattered throughout the game's randomly generated levels, along with NPCs that can be recruited for a little AI assistance. You can also team up with up to 3 local players if you'd like to cause some damage. The Battle of Polytopia is one of the better 4x turn-based strategy games on the Play Store. Its low-poly graphics provide the game with a unique and stylized look. Maps are auto-generated, allowing for endless replayability. The majority of the title can be played for free. However, if you want to play online, purchase at least one of the playable tribes to help the developer maintain server costs. The single-player content is so enjoyable that the online content isn't necessary unless you want to thrash some of your friends. The original Datish has found its way to many of our roundups, and that's because the platformer is so much fun. It makes sense that the developer would want to follow up that success quickly, so the quality sequel Datish 2 landed hot on its heels. This time, you can expect to tool around in vehicles with new enemies in the mix, along with new bosses to take down. The game even supports physical controllers. It doesn't get much better than this, so check this one out if you love platformers. Adventure Chaos 3D comes in a close second to Old School RuneScape as being the best MMORPG on mobile. It adheres to the typical monetization and gameplay found in desktop MMOs, even though it's a free-to-play mobile game. It offers in-app purchases that you can use to purchase currency for acquiring cosmetics, leaving free players to have just as much fun as paying players. Adventure Chaos 3D is a solid MMORPG, so if you enjoy the genre, check it out. Roblox is wildly popular, mostly among children, yet few can explain what kind of game this is. That's because it's not a single game. Instead, it's a collection of games created by users within its virtual universe. There's no telling what kind of content you'll dig up playing Roblox. The sky's the limit. So think of this title as something similar to Minecraft, where children run rampant using the platform as their personal playground for their digital avatars. There are years' worth of content, almost a never-ending supply. So if you don't mind digging a little for fun, Roblox has an entire digital universe of games to explore. Square's Nier series has wound up as a wild success for the studio, as well as its creator Yoko Taro. Square being Square, the company decided to capitalize on Nier's success with a mobile game. Yoko Taro led the development for Nier Reincarnation, so this title ties into the previous games in the series, though it's more an offshoot than a mainline entry. As a Yoko Taro game, the story is as wild as ever, and you explore a place called the Cage to unravel the game's mystery. The game's art is detailed, and its turn-based gameplay is solid. You have the option to autoplay, which is handy for grinding. This is a gacha game, so collecting characters as you grind is a prerequisite. However, unlike many F2P games, there's an actual story here worth experiencing, backed up by excellent art and enjoyable gameplay. There are free-to-play games, and then there are true games without monetization that are entirely free-to-play, such as Roach Race. This simple auto-runner from CD Projekt was recently added as a mini-game inside Cyberpunk 2077. CD Projekt then released the game on mobile to advertise the recent update to Cyberpunk, a great way to build excitement with fans. What matters is whether the game is fun, and it is, especially if you enjoy running games. Data Wing is a fantastic racing game that is free to play in the truest sense of the word. The game offers stylish top-down racing that utilizes minimal graphics to give the feeling that you're racing inside a computer system, a sort of Tron-like vibe. There's a 2-hour story with about 40 levels to play through. The touchscreen controls are easy to pick up and even simpler to use. All you do is tap the left or right side of the screen to turn your ship in the corresponding direction. This slick little racer is a joy to play and has a kicking chillwave soundtrack. But best of all, it's completely free. This list goes to show that free-to-play shouldn't dissuade you. While there are some awful games out there, games like Vampire Survivors show how good a free game can be. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, then put like and subscribe to the channel.